Alright then my friends, so in this lesson I'm going to show you how to install Flutter on a Mac. If you're not working on a Mac and you want to install Flutter on Windows, make sure you check out the previous video where I show you how to do that instead. Anyway, on the Flutter docs, we want to click on Get Started, and this time we want to choose Mac OS, and then you can select the type of device you want to start making applications for. Now I'm going to choose Android for now because for the rest of this series I'll be working with an Android emulator on Windows. So if you're on a Mac but also want to follow along exactly the same way as me and work with an Android emulator to begin with, then you should select Android too. There are a couple of extra steps you need to take if you choose iOS, and I will go through those later on in the video. But for now, let's just set things up so we can at least use Flutter to develop Android apps. Now, the first thing we actually need to do is figure out if we're using a Mac which runs on Apple Silicon or not, because if we're using Apple Silicon, there's an extra step we have to take before we start installing Flutter, and that is to run this command right here. So to figure this out, just go to the Apple icon, then select About This Mac, and on this window, look for the Apple M1 or M2 chip. If you have one of those values, then your Mac has a Silicon chip. And if that's the case, you need to copy this command right here, open your terminal, and then paste it in and hit Enter and wait for that to install. Right then, next up, if we go back to the docs, we see that we need to install Android Studio and Git. Now, I'm going to come back to Android Studio later in the video, but the easiest way to install Git is to use Homebrew, which is a package manager for macOS. You might already have Homebrew installed on your computer, but if not, you can install it by going to brew.sh, copying this command right here, and then pasting it into your terminal. Once it's installed, to install a package using it, we can just say brew install and then whatever package we want to install. So in this case, that would be brew install git, right? So type that into your terminal and hit enter to install it. Right, so next I'm going to scroll all the way down to where we can install the Flutter SDK, and then select download and install. And we get two options. We've got one for a Mac with an Intel processor and one for Macs with Apple Silicon. So if your Mac is using Apple Silicon, which we just checked, then download this version. If not, download the other version. Now, if you look down here, you'll see we need to make a folder to install Flutter in, and it suggests one called development in your home directory. You don't have to call it that, it's just a suggestion. But once we have that folder, we need to unzip the contents of the downloaded folder into it. And you can either do that manually or by using a command like this. Okay, so I've already unzipped the contents of that Flutter download, and you can do that by just double clicking on the zip folder. And this is the unzipped content right here, this Flutter folder. So now we just need to move that to a location in our home directory. So I'm going to go to my home directory first of all, and you can see I've already made a new folder called development, but you can call it something else if you want, just make a new folder. And this is where I'm going to move the Flutter folder to. So just drag that over like so. And now we've installed Flutter into this location. Next though, we need to add Flutter to the path environment variable so that we can run Flutter commands in the terminal, which we need to do. Now, the way we do this varies depending on which shell your Mac runs. To find out which version you're running, open your terminal and type echo and then $, shell and hit enter. And the return of this is probably either going to be Z shell or bash. Now, if it's Z shell, which it most likely will be if you bought your Mac in probably the last 4 years, then you'll want to edit your Z shell environment file in the home directory. Or if you don't already have that file, you can create the file by typing touch and then .zshenv. Now, if you don't know whether you have this file, which is a hidden file by the way, so you might not see it in your Finder, then you can type ls and then a space and then -a to list all of the files, including hidden ones. And if you do this in your home directory, you'll either see that file or you won't. I can see it because I just created it using that touch command. Anyway, once you have that file, open it by typing open, then a space, then .zshenv, press enter. And when you're inside this file, we just need to paste in a single line, which we can grab from the Flutter docs. So if you head back over there and scroll until you see the section about adding Flutter to your path, you can copy this line right here. Then we can go back to the file and we can paste that in. Now, if you didn't put Flutter inside a directory called developments, you need to update this directory name right here in the path to be whatever folder you put the Flutter folder in, okay? So now save that file and close it. We've added now Flutter to the path variable, so we can use Flutter commands in the terminal. If your shell version is Bash or something else, then you're going to find detailed information about how to add Flutter to the path variable by clicking on this link right here on the docs, and you can find out more about it there, all right? So now if you close your terminal down and then reopen it, we should be able to start using Flutter commands. And also you can type in which and then a space and then Flutter to verify the location Flutter was installed in, or installed on rather, on your computer. All right, so now we have Flutter installed. Next up, we need to install Android Studio. So if you scroll right up to the top of this Getting Started guide, you're going to see a link to download Android Studio. Once you've clicked that, you're going to see another link, and you're going to have to click on that to get the latest version. And then finally, on this page, we can see this button to download it. So click on that. You might need to scroll through some agreements and accept those at the bottom before the download starts. But then once it's downloaded, when we come to install Android Studio, we need to make sure that certain components are installed as well. And we can find a list of those components back on the Getting Started guide if we scroll right down to where it says Configure Android Studio. So they're all here, right here. We'll make sure all of those components get installed along the way. Okay, so now you've downloaded that, you want to double click on the download for Android Studio. Just grab it and take it into the applications folder right here to install it. And then you want to double click on this to start it up. And then we're going to open this right here. And we're not going to import any settings. So let's say OK. So I'm going to say send. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so let's walk through this now. I'm going to click on next. And then we're just going to go with standard for now. Any components extra that we want to install, we'll do that later. But you can see it's already going to install these components that we need: the build tools, emulator, platform tools, etc. So let's go next for now. And then I'm going to accept this. We'll have to go through each of these. And accept that one as well. And then finish. All right, so now that's all done. Click on finish. And what we're going to do is go to more actions first of all, and then SDK manager. We're just going to make sure that all the components that we need are installed. So first of all, I'm going to install this API level right here, which is suggested on the Flutter docs. So click on that. And then if you go to SDK tools, we can see we already have the build tools, which we need, the emulator, the platform tools. But if we go back to the docs, we're going to see what else we need. So we have this just selected now. So we need the command line tools, the build tools, the platform tools, and the Android emulator. So let's go back to Android Studio and just check that. So SDK tools. Okay, so we need to check this one right here as well, and we have the rest. So once you've checked all of those, just click on apply, and it's going to install all of these for us. Okay, so now we can click on finish and OK over here. The next thing we want to do is set up an Android emulator, so we can test our Flutter applications on that later on. So we're going to go to more actions. This time go to virtual device manager. And you can see I already have one right here, but you can create a new one by clicking on that plus icon right here. You can choose something from this list. I'm going to select Pixel 6 and then click on next. You can choose your API level right here. I'm going to choose 33 so I can download that. All right, and then we can click on finish. So now we've selected that, we can click on next, and then you can give this a name if you wish. The one thing I will change is this thing right here, the emulated performance. I'm going to change that to hardware, and then I'm going to go to finish. And now we have this thing right here, our new emulator. So if you want to open that, you can click on this play icon, and then we can see this emulator right here. So we don't need it just yet. I'm going to cross it off, but later on, you can use that now to preview your Flutter applications on. All right, now once you've fully installed Android Studio and those different components, there is one more thing we need to do. So if we scroll down here, we need to accept the Android licenses before we can start using Android with Flutter. So all you need to do is grab this thing right here, this command. You can copy it by clicking this, head to your terminal, and then just paste that in and press enter. Now, if you previously already agreed to these licenses, it's going to give you a message to say as such. Otherwise, you're going to be able to accept everything. Okay, so it says here, review licenses that have not been accepted. You can click on yes if you want to. You can accept them by clicking on yes and yes again and again and again. And now they've all been accepted. Awesome. So now we can clear this and carry on. All right then, so now we have Flutter installed, we have Android Studio installed, and we also created an Android emulator that we can use later on to preview our Flutter applications on. So just very quickly now, I want to run a Flutter command in the terminal, which is flutter space doctor. And this command runs a little diagnostic for us to make sure everything that we need to start making Flutter apps is installed. Now, it might just take a minute or two to run through this, especially first of all, but when it's done, you're going to see a bit of a checklist. Now, anything with a green tick on this list is a requirement that we've already met, and anything with a cross is something that we've not yet done and we might need to do. Now, in our case, you're going to see a bunch of green ticks for things like Flutter being installed, Android Studio and VS Code, etc. But there's probably going to be a red cross next to something called Xcode, unless you've already installed it. And within that, another red cross next to something called CocoaPods. Now, these things are actually requirements that we need to install if we want to develop applications for iOS and not just Android. So I quickly want to walk you through how to install both of these things right now. First of all, Xcode you can get from the App Store. All you need to do is search for Xcode. It's going to be the first option that comes up, and you can just click on this cloud icon to download it and then install it, okay? The next thing we need to install is a dependency manager for Xcode called CocoaPods, which the Flutter documentation links to right here. If you click on that link, you're going to see how to install it using this command, which is sudo gem install CocoaPods. However, I would actually recommend installing CocoaPods using Homebrew instead, which is easier to do. So to do that, you can check out the Homebrew website where you're going to find this command right here, brew install CocoaPods. So all you need to do is copy that command, head back to your terminal, and you want to paste that in, and then just hit enter to install it. Okay then, so now let's run Flutter Doctor one more time, and hopefully this time, fingers crossed, we're going to see just green ticks all over the show and no red crosses. If you do see any red crosses though, just go back through each step carefully for that requirement and just make sure you installed everything the right way, okay? Anyway, now we've got everything set up on a Mac. In the next lesson, we're going to make our very first Flutter application.